Hey guys, welcome back to Cook Like Sasha. Today I'm going to show you how to make this very easy recipe. It's beef neck bones. Yes, for me this is new. I've never tried it before until today. I realized that it's very popular online, but yeah, it was super delicious and very easy to make. If you want to see how I did it, stay tuned. I'm starting off by seasoning up my beef neck. So the first thing I'm gonna add is some green seasoning. The recipe for it will be in the description bar, so make sure you check it out because it is full of flavor. Here I'm adding about half a teaspoon of browning and 2 teaspoons of ginger soy sauce. This is going to also give a beautiful color and flavor. Next, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of blended ginger and garlic. This is so unique. It adds a very unique flavor to the meat, so I would suggest that you don't skip it. Next up, I have my powdered seasonings. I'm using some Badia seasoning, some Maggie all-purpose oxtail seasoning, brown sugar, pimento powder, red chili powder, and some Easy Spice all-purpose seasonings. The details on the amounts will be in the description bar. So I'm just adding everything together and then I'm going to rub it up, ensure that every single area of the meat is coated until everything is evenly spread all over the meat. And then I'm just going to set it aside and allow it to marinate for a little while. So while it's marinating, I'm just going to prepare everything else that I need for this recipe. Next up, I'll be making a simple dough with a little bit of flour, some salt, and some water. You're just going to knead it as tightly as you can and set it aside for later. Now it's time to cook. What you're going to do is to sear the meat on each side. You want to get your pot very hot as you can, with a little bit of oil, and you're going to carefully add the meat and allow it to brown and get some color on each side. This takes about maybe 3 minutes to do for each side, so ensure that you watch it. Ensure that the fire is not too high and you don't burn up the meat. Once it gets a nice color on each side, you're going to flip it and then remove it, set it aside, and do the same thing until all the meats are nice and browned. Searing the meat is an essential step if you want to make the most flavorful dish. What this does is that it gives the meat a richer taste. It really helps to develop the color as well and the flavor of the seasonings that we put on the meat through the marination process. So guys, you don't want to skip this step. This is going to make your meal taste even better. Alright? So the next step after everything is seared is to start working on our stew. So what we're going to do, we're going to just start frying up all those seasonings that we chopped up while the meat was marinating. So the onions, the scallions, the tomatoes, and also some minced garlic. You're just going to add everything, give it a good stir, and allow it to slightly brown. This is also going to develop more flavor, guys. You don't want to skip this step either. Don't just go ahead and add water. Always try to develop the color through caramelization first. So we're just going to give it a good stir and allow it to, cook down, break down a bit. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember to click that bell icon so you'll never miss another video. You also want to keep stirring the pot occasionally so that the seasonings don't burn. You just want them to get nice and browned. And trust me guys, this is really going to make a difference. Once that is done, you're going to add back the seared meat to the pot, and then we're going to start working on building up the stew. This recipe is seriously easy, guys. I mean, anybody can do this. It might just probably look complicated, but once you start doing it, you realize just how easy it is, and it is super delicious. Have you ever tried beef neck before? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. I personally really love it. I think this is gonna be my new favorite, and I'm definitely gonna do this again. I'm definitely going to show you guys another way of doing this. So what I'm doing now, I just rinsed out the container that had the beef seasoned up. So all of that liquid, the rest of the seasonings, I just rinsed it out, added it to the pot, and now I'm just going to add some hot water to bring up the levels, because we're going to put this in a pressure pot and allow it to tenderize for about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm just adding up some water. Next, I'm going to add in some more seasonings for additional flavor. I'm going to give everything a good stir, and then next I'm going to add some bay leaf, some fresh thyme, and scotch bonnet pepper. And I'm going to allow this to pressure cook for about 10 minutes. You want to ensure that you check it after 10 minutes because you don't want it to overcook. After about 18 minutes of pressure cooking, this is what it looks like. It is super tender at this moment, and as you can see, the gravy has developed to a beautiful consistency and color. Oh, I forgot to mention that before closing the lid, I added a large potato. Just chop it up and I added it. That is going to give the gravy a lot of body, so you don't have to add any cornstarch or flour, any other thing to thicken it up. Just add some potatoes to it. So after about 18 minutes, this is what it looks like. As you can see, the meat is already falling off the bone, but it is still together, and it is super tender and soft. You can just poke it with a fork to know when to stop the pressure cooking. And then what we're going to do now is to just go ahead and start adding our dumplings. So remember the dumplings that way, not the dumplings, the dough. The dough that we kneaded up before. What we're going to do, we're just going to roll some tiny, what we call spinners in Jamaica. So just roll some tiny dumplings and just add them to the gravy. This is really going to kick it up a notch. And what I decided to do is to just kind of add my twist to it and kind of give it a little oxtail spin, because it was kind of giving me oxtail vibes. So I just added up some spinners, and then I also added some more fresh seasonings to give it more flavor again, to just replenish those fresh seasoning flavors. And then I'm just going to allow it to simmer on low for about 10 minutes. And at the end, I added some broad beans. And guys, trust me, it was so good, so good. The gravy had a nice consistency, and I'm just going to show you guys a plate that I made up. It was so good, guys, trust me. I'm definitely going to do this again. I'm serving it up with some hot white rice. And guys, trust me, this is like a match made in heaven. It was so good, so delicious. And of course, you cannot leave out that gravy, that rich gravy. Just smother it all over the rice. And on the side, I am putting some string beans and carrots that I made nice, quick, and easy. Guys, trust me when I tell you that this dinner, it was done within 35 minutes. It was super simple to do. The rice will cook while everything else is, simmering down. And trust me, guys, you're gonna love it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Let me know what you guys want to see next. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comment section below. And until next time, this is Cook Like Sasha. Bye, guys.